Basically, the statements are all of this. You can choose.
The mood was on edge. In a desperate bid, Robyn Brown's attorneys filed what they described as an emergency plea. The ask was straightforward. Robyn needed to keep control of the family trust and the assets until the case was heard. Her rationale? Without her, the whole economic framework of the Browns would implode. To the court, though, the plea smelled of desperation. When the judge read Robyn's filing, the fissures were clear. The records relied heavily on Robyn's position as the family protector. They had her as the one maintaining order in a falling-apart home. But the rub, the records already had her name associated with almost every property. The judge aloud queried, if Mrs. Brown already has this level of control, why does she need emergency authority? The courtroom fell silent. Then came the decision, request denied. The atmosphere was tense. In a last-minute attempt, Robyn Brown's lawyers submitted what they called an emergency plea. The request was clear. Robyn wanted to maintain control over the family trust and the distribution of assets until the case was resolved. Her argument: without her, the entire financial structure of the Browns would collapse. But to the court, the plea reeked of desperation. When the judge read through Robyn's filing, the cracks were obvious. The documents leaned heavily on Robyn's role as protector of the family. They portrayed her as the one keeping order in a collapsing household. But here's the problem. The records already showed her name tied to nearly every property. The judge questioned aloud, if Mrs. Brown already holds this much control, why does she require emergency authority? The silence in the courtroom was deafening. Then came the ruling, request denied. The rejection hit hard. Janelle reportedly whispered, finally, the truth is catching up. Christine, who had already distanced herself, leaned back with a knowing smile. She'd long warned that Robyn's grip over finances was too strong. Mary sat quietly, eyes fixed on the judge, her face unreadable, but insiders say she later told friends she felt relieved. And Robyn witnesses say she lowered her head, her grip on Kody's arm tightening as the ruling sank in. Kody's reaction was furious. He argued that the family's stability depended on Robyn, but the judge's decision was final. By rejecting Robyn's emergency plea, the court signaled something bigger. Control is no longer guaranteed. Without the court's backing, Robyn's hold on the family empire weakens. Properties, funds, and trust documents can now be challenged. For years, fans suspected Robyn had become the central figure of the Brown legacy, but this ruling strips away the illusion of unshakable control. As one observer put it, the judge didn't just deny a plea, they denied Robyn the power she thought she'd secured forever.